Welcome to Job Tales, the podcast where you listen to professional stories and find the job that suits you. Claudio is a serial entrepreneur. He started in the late 80s offering digital solutions and the very first web products. He has an insatiable need to create, test, deconstruct, and reconstruct. His tagline, "If you can think it, I can create it." Claudio Bocchia. I read your LinkedIn profile and I'm amazed at what you have done. So I was thinking maybe we should start by what you haven't done. It will be a shorter episode. So specialist of digital strategy, websites, online shopping, and serial entrepreneur. So it's very interesting because when I first heard about you, it was from a friend who had gone to a masculine, I don't know if it's the right word in English, but it's a masculine salon, like a male salon, to do a massage and some other therapy. So this is how I got word of you. And then when we discussed, you said like, "Oh, I'm so much more. I'm actually a serial entrepreneur." So I would love to hear from you. What is your path, and how is your professional path so far?
First of all, hello everybody. My name is Claudio Bocchia. I'm born in Switzerland. I was at school first of all in Bern and after in Lausanne from 8 years old, but I was a very bad student. I have a lot of difficulties at the school. And after that, when I was 16, I have made an accounting apprenticeship, but I have stopped it 6 months before the end because I was fascinated by the computers at that time in 1984. All the computers for personal computers, it was something very new. So I was fascinated about that. I decided to launch in that technology. When my first job it was in a company as an IT developer, but after 2 or 3 years, I realized that it's not something not for me because I don't like to have a boss. That's why I created my first company at 22 years old, and this company is the digital company, which is called Sigma Consulting, and I'm specialized for developing on IT, website, e-commerce, etc.
22 years old, you started your first company. So it was clear that you were going to be an entrepreneur very early on in your life. So what did you do after the setting up the company? Was it in IT, right? Computer science?
Yes, it's in 89. I created that company, but I was still working in my other job. And I thought that I create my company to start very with some clients and grow up. And when my company grow enough, I will quit my job. And I thought that, but
Okay.
it was not that what is happened because I quit the company and for example, on the Friday, on the Monday morning, I had a meeting with the direction of my job, and they fired me because I don't have the right to create my company. So I started with zero clients, with nothing. I realized that I don't have any more a job. I realized that I cannot have any subvention from the state because as I was director of my company, even if it was empty, I don't have any right to have any subvention. And it was very complicated to start. So after that, I had about 9 months of like a depression because no client, no
Hmm.
job, no income, nothing. Until the day that I saw, on the newspaper, somebody was looking for an IT developer to take care of all the IT environment and this client want an IT for him. And that was my first client.
Oh, wow. Okay. Nice. So you actually replied to the ad by proposing your services as a company.
Yes, exactly. I
Okay.
proposed my service as a company, and it was my first client. It was a company specialized in finance. So it was a trader and financial analyst. I worked about 2 or 3 years for him, and after that, I had many clients on the finance domain, like banks, National Banks of New York, Crédit Agricole, Bank, Industrials Bank, etc. I had a lot of clients in the banking system for some years.
What were you doing for them?
Developing stuff for the banks. For example, for the Crédit Agricole, I developed the exchange platform for the traders that can buy and sell shares in order to the clients, for example. And
Okay. Okay.
for the Republic National Bank of New York, I developed the communication system between banks it's called clearing interbank, to adjust the amount that the bank A have to, for example, if the bank A needs to give 20 million to the bank B, but the bank B needs to give 8 million to the bank A, there is just a line about exchange about 12 million, you know. It's the clearing interbank.
I see. Okay. So you really started before the internet became a thing for companies and for, for main operations, right? Because 1989, it was, yeah, just the
Yeah,
start of it.
the internet came out in 94, 95. And I start when it comes, I start directly to develop my first sites when the internet come. And at that time, there was no CMS, no editor, etc. You have to develop everything by yourself.
It was HTML only, I would guess, right?
Exactly.
Amazing. So wow, you are. We're talking to the history of internet with you. It's amazing. So you did about 20 years like this, realizing projects for the bank sector and multinationals, and now from there to managing a mail center in Lausanne, Switzerland, or founding Easy Divorce, which I found very interesting. What happened over those
Yeah, I
years?
work about 20 years for multinationals company. And then in 2007, I have created the platform Easy Divorce that bring the possibility to couples to separate or divorce online. So it was something new because it was the first platform in Switzerland to do that. The concept was to create a file on the platform. I create an algorithm that can adapt the document generated on each personal situation of all the clients. So even if they have kids, no kids, if they have buildings or no buildings, if they are owner of companies or just salaries or everything, it's in the algorithm, and he create the documents like a lawyer. And so the
Okay.
client download the documents. After that, they can go directly to the court, and the judge will pronounce the divorce.
Amazing. And sorry, just out of curiosity, you named Easy Divorce based on the low cost company EasyJet that was, I believe, starting also around the early 2000s.
I name it Easy Divorce because it's the concept to bring the possibility to everybody to create, to have documents for divorce or for separation. Because the price was, if you use a lawyer, was very high. And some couples don't have the money to pay the lawyer, and so they don't divorce because of that. We have divided the price by 10, for example, because to a divorce it's only 550 francs, and everybody can.
More or less 550 euro, just for those who
Yes,
don't
exactly.
know Swiss francs.
We give the opportunity to everybody to that can pay this amount for divorcing and not pay 5,000 euro or francs to do that.
And then this platform still alive and functioning today?
It's now it's 15 years that I operate this platform. I did the same platform in for the Swiss German. It is called Einfache Scheidung. So we can do divorce and separation in all Switzerland.
Amazing. And then so 2012, you bought a masculine center in Lausanne. What was the reason behind and your drive?
It's funny because at that time my girlfriend was doing she was doing a training of esthetician, and at the end of the training she was looking for a work.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always like that. You have to send a CV. You don't have any answers, and the CV no answers, and the CV no answer every time like that. And
Yeah.
one morning I said, "Why you are looking for a job?" And she said, "Because I need to work." Okay, but why you are looking for a job? And she repeat, "I need to work." Okay, let's say I went to internet and I was looking for an institute, and I saw one in bankrupt, and I decided to buy it, and to propose my girlfriend to go there and to develop their own business. So we developed the
As easy as
masculine
that.
center in Lausanne. We start from scratch. We just buy the name masculine center, and that's all. As it was in bankrupt, there was no client, no nothing. All the material we have to rebuy it, etc. So we started from scratch, develop the a website for that, develop the marketing, and we start the business in Lausanne. After that, after 2 years that my girlfriend was working here, I realized that there is a lot of clients coming from Geneva, coming from other cities in Switzerland. They was coming in Lausanne to do a massage or to do a waxing, etc. And I see that it's not normal to make 1 hour drive and to come in Lausanne just for half an hour of massage, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And I started to create other masculine center around the Switzerland. I created one in Geneva, in Nyon. I created one in Neuchâtel, another one in Sion, another one in Freiburg, and the last one in Morges. So I can cover all the French part of Switzerland with institute and specialized for men.
Mm-hmm. Listening to you and reading also your tagline, which I love, is you write, "If you can thinking, I can create it." It is so easy for you. I mean, it sounds so easy coming from you to create something out of nothing and to make entrepreneurship and create companies for others, for yourself. For those who are listening, who would love to start up something, but are blocked either mentally or by financial means or for some any other reason that doesn't allow them to actually make the first step. What is your advice to them?
You have always to answer a need. If you have a need and there is no response to fill that need, there is an opportunity to create something. For example, when I started the Masculine Center, I was looking on the market for a line for men with cream, with soap, etc. For the face care, and I was looking for something Swiss made, something maybe 100% natural, and I didn't find anything. So I create my own line. So that's why now I have main line, and this line filled a need. That's my advice. It's when there is a need and there is no solution for that need, there is an opportunity, and you have to take this opportunity to fill all the needs.
I see. And do you believe that studying, according to your experience, studying is important, necessary? If so, up to which point? And if not so, why?
Study are for me are not important, because what is important is the experience. It's always the same thing. If you want to create a business, you have to fill the need, as I said before, but then you have to apply always the same thing. Create a website, create the marketing, create the communication, etc. for each business. So if you have the experience doing that, you can do divorce, or you can do a mail center, or you can do a cosmetic line, or I have other projects. whatever. It's always the same structure of doing the things, you know.
Yeah, and then, well, for example, for divorce, right? Easy divorce. You said you need to create, you need to answer a need. How did you come across divorcing and the need for easy divorces?
The need was because we knew people that they can't divorce because of the budget, and there is a need.
Okay, so it was like through your environment, your own environment of, personal
Yeah,
contacts or the
my
people around
environment
you,
or
right?
my
Okay,
own needs.
or your own needs. Okay.
Yes, for example, for the cosmetic lines, I needed it for my beauty centers for male, and I didn't find it, so I need it. And when I need something, if it doesn't exist, I create it.
Okay. And out of the companies that you've set up and your ventures, is there any, let's say, non-success story? I don't want to call it failure because failure is a negative word in our lingo. But yeah, is there something that you said, this I should have done differently, or that didn't work, or if that happened, did you get demotivated to go further with new ventures?
Yeah, I create a lot of business. I have about 3 companies, and I have about I think 15 business in parallel that I manage. What I think is the first thing not to do is the business plan. It doesn't. I say always that the business plan is the document required by the bank to give you the reason that they don't invest in you. So no need to do a plan. No, really. So, because if you create a business plan, you have to spend a lot of time doing that, etc. And at the end, nothing happened as it was planned in the business plan. Okay, I prefer to say instead of creating a business plan, create the business, try it, you see if it works or not. On the same time, you have the proof if the business will work or not. So no need to create a
Right.
business plan. Create just the
Okay.
business. That's all.
Okay, then my argument, if I'm hearing, maybe I'm imagining some questions here from the audience, is that what if the business I want to set up requires a lot of money? There's a building to rent or to buy, there's people to hire, there's equipment to buy. What then?
I think that it's better to create business, little business that they can grow by themselves. Because if you create,
Okay.
if you want to create something big, you have to have investors, and then you don't have the hand or your own business, and you cannot grow as you want. I prefer to create something from scratch and to grow it than to try to create something big and have a big failure after that.
Okay. Okay. So that's your approach. What is your half term conclusion, if I may call it like this? Now that you've at least 2 decades, no, actually even 3 decades of being in business and continuing new ventures. So what is your summary right now on what happened so far? Are you happy? Is there something that you would like to change? Are there any special suggestions or hindsight realizations that you would like to share with us?
Actually, my last business, it's a book that I write, and the name of this book, it was From Idea to Success. And in this book, there is about 100 tips to create business and to run businesses. And it was something that I want it's to share my experience to other, and I find that solution to create a book that it's the good way to share it.
Can you give a couple of tips right now?
Yes, for example, the main tips to take the opportunities when it comes, because you don't have to think a lot. If you see an opportunity, take it, try it. If it doesn't work, take the next one. But if you're still thinking about 6 months or 1 year about if I have to take it or not, I don't know, etc., it's too late because somebody else will take. took it.
Okay, it's a great tip. Looking back, Claudio, can you give me like two moments? One moment, it could be like a long moment, like it could be a period of your life that you really took pleasure in what you were doing. Like, what is that it really makes you tick and thrive in your business and in the way you work? And then one that actually is hard, that you're hard element of your entrepreneurship.
First one, there is one thing that makes me happy every morning. It's when I create something, because I like to start something from scratch, to create it and to run it and to grow it. It's something that I cannot imagine to stop it. I don't want to be retired for that. I want to every time create new things, to create new businesses and try it. I will never stop. It's something that I like so much. It's to create businesses. And yes, a complicated period. It was the COVID period, because the government asked to close all my masculine center for about 2 months, and it was very hard to manage, because you have to close. It's not your decision; it's the decision of the government, and there is some there at that time it was a lot of parameter that I cannot handle, because it's not my responsibility. It's not my I cannot do anything against that. And that was the complicated period. And hopefully after that, when we reopen all the centers, from the day that the government said, okay, you can open it again, it was very complicated to run again, to restart again. And I was in French is j'étais submergé par l'administratif. I had a lot of
Submergé,
administrative things to
you
do.
were
It took me a
you
lot
were
of time.
overwhelmed. Yeah. Okay. Claudio, the time has run out, so I wish really to thank you for your time. I wish you all the best for your next 10 businesses, enterprises. It's amazing what you do, and I am sure that you have inspired quite a few people on my podcast.
Thank you very much.
Stay tuned on my podcast. All comments are welcome. You find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Just type Job Tales, Tales. Bye for now.